Welcome everyone to my channel. Let me ask you something, what would you do if you receive a letter that wasn't yours? Would you return it to the rightful owner? Or would curiosity get the better of you and make you read it? Let's find out together in today's story, starring the lovely Miss Mukai, our featured idol for this episode. After a long night at work, Yoshi walks home in silence, the street still half asleep. Like always, he checks his mailbox, a small routine before resting. But this time, he pauses. Once again, there's a letter that isn't his. It's addressed to Kyoko, the quiet, graceful housewife next door. Speaking of Kyoko, here she is, stepping out of her house to see her husband off to work. She's a caring, devoted wife, but deep inside, something feels missing. More on that later. Just as her husband leaves, Yoshi arrives home. They greet each other politely, and Yoshi tells her about the letter that mistakenly ended up in his mailbox again. Kyoko apologizes for the trouble and thanks him, even complimenting his dedication to his job. Their eyes meet for a moment, a bit awkward, as if they both wanted to say something but couldn't. Yoshi is left wondering what that moment really meant. One day, while resting in his bedroom, Yoshi hears a faint sound coming from the next apartment. Curious, he leans close to the wall to listen carefully, and what he hears shocks him. He recognizes that funny sound. But why is it coming from there? Later that same day, he checks his mailbox again, and once more, finds a letter that isn't meant for him. He walks next door to return it to Kyoko. After she apologizes, an awkward silence fills the air. As Yoshi is about to head back, Kyoko asks if he's going to work. He tells her it's his day off, Wednesdays are his rest days. Her eyes brighten a little at his answer, and she offers him a special meal she had prepared. Yoshi accepts it politely. That evening, while eating the food his lovely neighbor prepared, Yoshi listens to a radio show that reads letters from its audience. One story touches his heart deeply, it reminds him of Kyoko. He realizes he might be feeling something for her, and wonders if it's time to confess, just like the story he heard. The next day, the two find themselves talking once again, because of another misplaced letter. Kyoko apologizes softly, as she always does, and Yoshi thanks her for the meal she gave him the other day. But this time, something feels different. He hesitates for a moment, then asks, is it really the postman's mistake? Or something else? He takes a slow step closer, his voice quiet but searching. Do you know why this keeps happening? She says nothing, only looks at him with eyes full of uncertainty. And then, before he can stop himself, Yoshi kisses her. He can no longer hold back his feelings. Kyoko knows it's wrong. Her heart, too, has already chosen him. Kyoko's husband is a man of order, meticulous and strict. He likes everything to be neat, precise, and exactly as he wants it. But behind that perfection is a temper that easily flares whenever things go wrong. Kyoko never truly understood him. No matter how hard she tried, it always felt like nothing she did was ever good enough. Day by day, that quiet frustration grew, until one day, she took a small but daring step. And that's when she started the whole thing with the letters. On the following day, their paths cross again, Yoshi coming home, Kyoko heading out. Their eyes meet for a moment, a faint smile, a soft greeting, as if nothing happened yesterday, though both can still feel the weight of that kiss lingering between them. Kyoko notices it's almost noon when Yoshi arrived, he explains there was a party at work. She then moves toward her mailbox, but Yoshi gently stops her, there's no letter for her today. Before they could say more, he leaned in and kissed her again. But they quickly pulled apart when they heard footsteps approaching, hiding in a panic. Two souls caught between right and wrong, yet unable to let go. One day, Yoshi received a letter from his mailbox with no name on it. Since it wasn't addressed to anyone, he decided to open it and read what was inside. It turned out to be from Kyoko, expressing her wish to meet him that evening. It was Wednesday after all, and she knew it was his day off. Having already fallen for her as well, Yoshi agreed to meet that night. They didn't know where their feelings would lead them, but at that moment, being together was enough, and that alone made them happy. Days went by, and everything stayed the same. Kyoko kept slipping letters into Yoshi's mailbox on purpose, just to have a reason to see him again. Every meeting stirred a mix of joy and unease, especially for Kyoko, who lived with the constant fear of being discovered. No one knew how long their affair would last, but for her, one thing was clear: she had found a bittersweet happiness in her secret love with the man next door, all thanks to her letters. The end. So yeah, this shows us that loneliness and secrets can easily lead people to make choices they'll regret later. Real happiness doesn't come from doing what feels good for a moment, it comes from honesty, love, and understanding. When something's missing in your relationship, talk about it. Don't look for comfort in the wrong place, fix what's broken instead. Thanks for sticking around till the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories like this one. And see you in my next story.